Welcome to Crispy's Theme Park Adventures, where we talk all things Florida theme parks. This week, let's plan the perfect day park hopping between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you find this video helpful. For this video, we're going to start at Hollywood Studios for a few reasons. Number one, this is typically the busier park, and getting an early start can help, especially if you have early park access. Number two, there are a lot of stage shows here with showtimes that end in the evening. Number three, the festivals at Epcot don't even start until 11 a.m. With all of that being said, you may want to consider starting at Epcot for two reasons. The first being that you might want a virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. The second reason being that sometimes during the festivals, people get a little too drunk drinking around the world, and maybe you don't want to expose yourself or your family to people who might have overindulged. The other thing to consider is which nighttime spectacular you want to see. Whether it's the currently running Harmonious at Epcot or the newly returned Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. I will be creating a video of how to park hop from Epcot to Hollywood Studios in the upcoming weeks. So if you want to know when that video gets published, give that bell a ring-a-ding-ding so you can be notified. Let's start with transportation. There are a myriad of ways to get between these two parks. Obviously, there are the buses. However, there are three much better options for traveling between these two. If you aren't opposed to a few extra miles of walking, you can walk between the two parks, which will also give you the option to check out many of the boardwalk area, hotels, and restaurants. The next option is the Friendship Boats, which is a relaxing boat ride that has a few stops between the parks and takes roughly 20 minutes to get from park to park. Lastly is the popular Skyliner, which is my personal favorite way to go between them. Now, before even getting to the parks, make sure you have a realistic plan and goals that you wish to accomplish at both parks. For Hollywood Studios, if you don't have a DAS or a Genie Plus, I would pick two top-tier rides sprinkled with a few shows as a realistic goal to accomplish in a half day, depending on the attractions that you pick. Rise of the Resistance, Tower of Terror, and Slinky Dog Dash typically have very long waits. So if any of these three are on your list, just know it will be a big time suck. Hollywood Studios does have a lot of great rides. And if you can rope drop and hit certain rides within the first hour, you can most likely knock out 4 or more rides in a half a day. Most people will tell you to rope drop Slinky Dog or Rise of the Resistance, but unless you are some of the very first in line, it isn't the best use of your time. I recommend hitting mid-tier attractions such as Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. However, this one may be hit or miss since it is the first attraction people walk near. Some other good ones to hit in the first hour are the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Toy Story Mania, or Rock and Roller Coaster, which you can also use the single rider line in if you don't mind separating your party and sitting with a stranger. The single rider line can be a good way to ride through most of the day as well. Also, mix in a few shows to take a little break, get some AC, and just relax while you can enjoy some great entertainment. The two shows I highly recommend are the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular and the Frozen Sing-Along, which is a hilarious show. Here's a tip. If you want to make it even funnier, if you are outgoing enough, during the song in summer, yell puddle when Olaf pauses during the song. Let's just say the royal historians are not amused when you want everyone's favorite snowman to melt. Just in case you didn't know, you can't park hop until 2 p.m. However, give yourself an hour to get from park to park roughly, using one of the aforementioned forms of transportation, or if you have a car, you can always just drive over to Epcot. The big question when you get to Epcot is, are you going to enjoy a festival, the World Showcase in general, or the other neighborhoods, aka Future World, if you are an Epcot purist? I can personally spend the entire day walking around the World Showcase. However, if you want to get the most out of your second half of the day and want to squeeze in a few rides, I would hit the rides you are most wanting to do before exploring the World Showcase because it's especially beautiful at night. Some popular rides include Test Track, which also has a single rider line, Soarin' Around the World, and Spaceship Earth, aka the Epcot Ball. There is also Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and Frozen Ever After. However, these are both in the World Showcase and can be experienced while exploring the other countries. If you aren't interested in Harmonious, that would be a great time to hit these two attractions with a much lower wait time as well. If you're wondering why Cosmic Rewind wasn't included in this part, it's because right now the only way to ride it is through virtual queue, which the last virtual queue drops at 1 p.m., and by the time you make it into the park at 2, will already be gone. If you follow these tips, you can have a really great day park hopping from Hollywood Studios to Epcot. Also, check out my top 5 attractions for both of these parks, which I have right here for you to click on and can help you plan better for each park as well. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.